Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's games announced for the final week of February, so let's get started. The underwater adventure games set in an alien ocean planet, Subnautica and Subnautica Below, will be bundled together in a single package set to launch on March 14th on the Switch. The oceans range from sun-drenched depths to shallow coral reefs, where managing your oxygen supply as you explore is priority on top of staying alive. Meanwhile, in Below Zero, the freezing underwaters turn everything upside down. While survival is still key, exploration now takes you inland as biomes never seen before in the series come to life. Experience the original story and the game features from the original Diamond and Pearl games in an entirely new, fresh way. Faithfully reproduced and colorfully redesigned for the Nintendo Switch, enjoy the sense of scale of the towns and routes while exploring familiar places. Upgraded with many easy-to-understand player-friendly conveniences introduced in recent Pokémon core games, both Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl still feel true to the original's design. Bringing new action and RPG elements beyond what Pokémon fans are used to seeing, Pokémon Legends Arceus goes beyond the original framework to give us something completely new. Explore natural expanses while gazing the grand vistas, study Pokemon's behaviors carefully to sneak up on them, and try to catch them while still maintaining the option to battle them if all else fails. Rooted as a new experience from the ground up for Sinnoh in years past. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 is finally set to launch on Switch later this year. This faithful remaster of the first two iconic games blends all the original levels, pro skaters, old school tricks, and even more into one neat package. Higher fidelity visuals, all the songs you know and love, and the options to quickly get back up and keep writing are all here. This release offers fans the first time to get their hands on a franchise on the go since the days of the DS. The gang-busting, name-taking, explosive cooperative shooter Rico London is all about blasting your way up a high-rise tower stacked with gangsters. Play solo or via co-op and crash through doors, dodge bullets, turn the weapons of your fallen enemies into your own personal ammunition, and do whatever it takes to make it to the top. Overcooked All You Can Eat is set to include over 200 plus levels from both games and all the previously available DLC, a brand new assist feature, cross-platform support, 7 new levels, and 3 brand new chefs are being included. The assist option allows players to tweak the level times, boost scores awarded for each one of the meals, change the recipe types, and even the ability to turn off order expirations, on top of tons of quality of life improvements. Fighting EX Lair Another Dash is a revamped release from the original ES Lair, where gouges and dages are being replaced by new EX Dash, new EX Arrow, and new EX Illusion systems. On top of that, several characters are being completely rebalanced and most of their moves are being revisited. This on top of a brand new netcode that will allow the developers for seamless online combat across several consoles. Featuring the 2021 official season and a brand new progressive strategic managerial career mode, MotoGP 21 offers the smartest and most advanced systems of AI in the series yet. Choose to lead your staff or let the AI handle all the busy work, as it learns by watching you play. With tons of revamped systems like prepping before a race, new traction controls, new visuals, and much more. After several ratings boards listing, SnowRunner is finally set to launch on Switch on June 12th. You're in the driver's seat of a powerful set of vehicles as you conquer extreme open environments with the most advanced terrain simulation available. Drive over 40 vehicles from popular brands and leave your mark on an untamed open world that's ready to be explored. Take the wheels of tons of vehicles with their own personality and style, different traits, and leave a levels of rarity and Hot Wheels unleashed. Prove you're the best to unlock the premium cars and extraordinary items with the lively editor and make your one-use masterpiece of speed. Take on online racing with up to 12 players or play locally with split screen for up to 2 players. Play as your favorite Steven Universe characters in the RPG Steven Universe Unleashed Delight. Face off against 2 new prism-wielding gems and find what they're plotting. Team up for combo attacks and even gem fusions to power up and defeat your foes. Unleashed Delight features a unique original story to the game, but also the original voice cast from the popular show. The over-the-top fast-paced roguelike of Dandy Ace follows the steps of a fabulous magician seeking to combine and use his cards while fighting and looting his best way to defeat his arch-enemy. Try, die, and try again. That's the mantra of this entire game. Permanent upgrades help you progress just a bit further each time you try in this 2D isometric action game, giving you options to create your own build. Witchery Academy is a life simulator where you live the adventures of a wizard apprentice with your spirit companions. Train your magical skills and learn how to brew potions, grow vegetables, and catch spells to challenge the curse that lurks the world. Explore the academy as the group forms and bonds to always advance the story forward. The wild mix of deck building and roguelike, Neuro Deck, is an atmospheric card game about battling inner fears, manifesting and eerie monsters, supported by a dedicated and evocative hand-drawn set of illustrations. Build, craft, and master an arsenal of mental battling cards to fight real phobias. Discover different playable characters with their own storylines and traits to unlock. Later, Alligator tells the story of Pat the Alligator, a mostly peaceful reptile at the center of a conspiracy that could bring down the biggest, scariest family in Alligator, New York City. Explore, meet the locals, and try to save Pat before his time runs out in a classic 2D animation offering multiple endings. As a licensed Kill It With Fire exterminator, it's time to fight back against the spiders and all the other creepy crawlers. Amass an arsenal of excessive and often over-the-top weapons, and rid of the bugs for good, even if you have to burn everything down on your path. Make use of realistic physics and a fun game that can be enjoyed by anyone of all ages. Jitsu Squad is a 4-player co-op beat-em-up inspired by games like Final Fight, Streets of Rage, and Alien vs Predator. Pick a character, someone you might actually recognize from famous streamers, and then a helper. Then get ready to dish out punishment with intricate combos that only increase your damage output the longer you can maintain it. Equal parts video game and animated show, 3 out of 10, tackles the ridiculous business of making games with irrelevant reverence. Follow a cast of zany, larger-than-life developers, while each episode plays homage to gaming history with clever minigames and tons of references. Touhou Hyoubana, Antimony of Common Flowers, is a fan project that was revealed to be coming to the Switch all the way back in 2019, but since then we hadn't heard a word. This past week, Phoenix picked up the publishing rights for Twilight Frontier's title and will finally have it out in the spring. More details are expected to emerge closer to launch. Bandai Namco continues to put out weird indie exclusive projects on the Switch, and this past week they announced QuickSpot Master to the Right Brain that is set to release on April 22nd. Spot the differences in each puzzle within 10 seconds time limit. This lets your brain explore 5 different indexes: intuition, concentration, judgment, stability, and recognition. The party mode also offers co-op play with 13 different puzzle types. Taking a stark look at near future dominated by dark forces and positions of power, Dry Downing immerses players in the world of Mordred Foley, a troubled private detective with a shady past and a mission to lift the lid on a serial killer taking out targets in a dystopian future. Not shying away from tackling uncomfortable themes, explore branching story paths that are all structured by forcing you to make decisions and actually sticking to them. The successful Kickstarter project for Master Rose has been backed and the Switch release is in the works. Taking place in 1862, just months before London was stolen by bats, locals begin to adjust to life underground. Taking inspirations from film noir and Victorian photography, explore the underbelly of Britain with a dreary backdrop. Your goal is to collect a selection of gifts to offer to the next awaiting damsel while avoiding treacherous hazards and fighting off weird creatures, all in the best possible time. Boasting over 40 handcrafted levels and platforming challenges galore, Sir Love-A-Lot has something for all the classic fans of tough-as-nails games from decades past. Explore over 600 rooms in the huge interconnected world in Cathedral, presented in an 8-bit audiovisual feast with all the trimmings of a typical Metroidvania. Explore the world to figure out how you got there and who you are, but more importantly, how to get back home. Kenko is always ready to announce an RPG on the Switch, and this week is no different, with Ruinverse launching on March 4th. Follow Kid, who just happens to have the soul of another inside her. Whenever she comes into contact with Kat, their souls switch places, and often lead the ragtag of adventurer's story to places not previously expected. Grab your biggest gun and get ready for a shootout in Thunder Flash, inspired by classic retro games where each combat zone is full of enemies for you to mow down. Viewed from a top-down perspective, play solo missions or tackle them via co-op, and go up against a massive array of mercenaries, military weapons, and outright impossible tasks 1 inch at a time. The unique aspect of Spooky Chase has you creating enemies as you move. Every step you make is an escape from your own past, and the only person that can beat yourself is you. Essentially, the game is always in ghost mode, so beating the stages alone is a challenge enough in and of itself. Everything is out to get poor Mike, portals that slice him into bits, demons with giant swords, scary eyeballs, and even killer statues and any other number of horrible things. In Mike Dies, you have the option to explore a massive non-linear spaceship with secrets scattered about everywhere, offering multiple endings and different diverging paths each time you fall. Boom Blaster is an outstanding, brain-blasting, ground-shaking, old-school mega run-and-gun game at its roots. A group of space pioneers took their chance to escape, but the road to freedom isn't very easy. Each character has a unique set of traits and skills that let them handle situations differently, but still managing to get out in one piece. Castle Kong is an homage to classic games from the golden era of arcade gaming. There's no restarts or additional life. Play until you die or hit the kill screen to get a high score. And that's what the game announcements will be covering this week. And for one after a direct, this was definitely busy. We saw several big profile reveals, and that's even before the Pokémon Direct. And even that had Pokémon Legends, which is truly a showstopper reveal for a week where even Sony threw their hat into the ring with their own state of play and basically had no new games to show. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. See ya!